Now we are going to discuss about the structure of vasa differentia or the spermatic ducts. The vasa differentia or the spermatic ducts are a pair of thick-walled muscular tubes or muscular ducts arising from the epididymis. In this diagram, these are the vasa deferens or the spermatic ducts. These spermatic ducts are extends from the scrotum and enters into abdominal cavity through these inguinal canals. Through these inguinal canals, they enters into abdominal cavity and passes over the urinary bladder and takes a curve from the ureter, this ureter, and here these vasa deferens will joins with the ducts of seminal vessels to form the ejaculatory. These vasa differentia are useful for the temporary storage of sperms. Approximately around 30 days, the sperms will store in this vasa differentia after production of the sperms in the testis and after maturation of the sperms in epididymis. And these vasa differentia are also useful for the transportation of sperms. So the functions of the vasa differentia are storage and then the transportation of sperms. So that these vasa differentia are also called sperm ducts because these are functions to transport the sperms from the scrotum to the abdominal cavity. In the abdominal cavity, the sperms after transportation, they will join into or they will enter into the ejaculatory duct. Now the sperms are reached from the testis to the epididymis, from epididymis to vasa differentia, from the vasa differentia to it is reached to the ejaculatory ducts. In the ejaculatory ducts, the sperms will combine with the seminal fluid and forms as the semen. After vasa difference, the next part in the human male reproductive system is ejaculatory duct. The ejaculatory ducts are thin-walled muscular tubes. These are formed with the joining of vasa deferens and the ducts of seminal vessels. The sperms which are reached to the ejaculatory duct from the vasa deferens will combine with the secretions of seminal vessels, and here in the ejaculatory ducts the semen will be formed. The right and left ejaculatory ducts, here they will combine and they will join with the neck of urinary bladder to form urethra. Next part in the human male reproductive system is urethra. The urethra is also called urinogenital duct. The urethra is a tubular structure that arises from the neck of urinary bladder, and then that combines with the ejaculatory ducts and opens and opens here at the tip of glans penis. This urethra is a common passage for the semen and as well as urine. The urethral opening at the tip of glans penis is called external urethral orifice. This external urethral orifice is useful for the excretion of the urine and as well as the semen. After urethra, the next part in the human male reproductive system or the last part in the sex organs is penis. Penis is considered as a copulatory organ. This penis is a copulatory organ through which this urethra is runs. Next, the penis will hangs down in front of the scrotum, in the lower abdominal region. It is a spongy, vascular and erectile organ. It is a spongy and vascular and erectile organ. The extended sensitive terminal part of the penis, here it is located, it is called glans penis. The extended terminal part of the penis is called glans penis. The glans penis is covered by the loose skin. It is called prepuce. This prepuce is useful to facilitate the movement of penis in the female reproductive tract during the copulation time. The glans penis is covered by the fold is called prepuce. It is useful for the facilitation of the movement of penis during the copulation. The penis is made of with three columns of muscular bundles. If you see the penis structure, in the penis there are three columns of muscular bundles. In these, the three columns of muscular bundles, so many the blood sinuses are present. These two dorsolateral muscular bundles are called corpora cavernosa, and this midventral muscular bundle is called corpora spongiosum. Through the corpora spongiosum, the urethra will run until it will open at the tip of glans penis as external urethral orifice. These three muscular and then the spongy and erectile tissues are having so many blood sinuses. When into these blood sinuses, the blood is flowed with high pressure, then it is useful for the extension of the size of the penis, and then the extended penis enters into vaginal sac during copulation, and it is useful for the deposition of the semen called insemination.